All right. Welcome to another episode of Minneapolis by Night. Tonight we have our awesome friend Blake here meeting up with our lovely visitor from Washington, D.C. at the Rose, which is the local Elysium. And Giovanna will walk in, and she's been informed that she's to meet Blake in one of the private rooms.
And he would have made sure the bugs were off.
And making sure, yes, the bugs are off in the Rose. Giovanna, being how she is, will blatantly ask the bartender where she can find Blake directly. Like, well, she's been to the Rose. It has not been a private room. And
Your Honor, with all due respect, please do not release this man on bail. He is a serious
I'm assuming the bartender knows, like I said, about the bugs and shit. Like, Blake is probably there waiting due to the last text message. Like, okay, I'll meet you there as soon as possible, which was the last message.
Yeah.
And
when she asks the bartender tender where he's at, he'll actually leave her to the room.
Right, and she'll follow the bartender down towards the back area, as it were, and when she's led in through the door, she'll give Blake a nod, and she'll also give the bartender a nod, and she'll politely thank him for directing her in the right direction. And
he'll nod back and go about his business.
All right.
It's a goal. He does not when he knows that he gets the hint that he's getting dismissed. He takes the hint.
Right. And Giovanna will just she's actually very, very nicely dressed. It's typical little black dress, but it's lace with long sleeves. Like, she's got a nice warm quote unquote winter jacket to go in and fit with the masquerade bit of the aspect, because it's wintertime in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And always wearing heels. Always. Click, click, click when she's walking.
The trademark heels of Giovanna.
Yes. It is a trademark. She never wears shoes that aren't heels.
Right. The bartender will close the door behind him when he leaves, and Blake will say hi. Hello, Giovanna. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
Good. You? Oh, I just asked that already.
Yep.
I actually I wanted to meet with you because I caught the hint that you knew a little bit more than you let on. And don't worry, the bugs are off, so it's we're in private.
Blake, I know many things. It's just a matter of what do you want to know. And she kind of gives you a playful smirk.
What? They will give it right back. Well, I'm at the point the shit that's going down that I need more knowledge because we're the people people involved are not of the kindred.
People involved that are not of the kindred.
Well, I'm assuming you're since you've been here for a little bit, you're getting hit with the visions as well as everyone else.
the toy factories and the ram and the black ram, the black wolf. Tidbit.
Yep. I also got something else in one of mine. He pulls out his cell phone and pulls up the glyphs for the Black Spiral Dancer and the Fomori and shows them to her.
Okay. Let's see. I have to actually revert to the sheet. Oh, 10s are gonna explode on this.
Oh, wow. And
Oh, hey.
I'll just
Yeah.
you can actually just switch it with one of the other ones, so it doesn't take away the 10 and it because that
Yeah, because
exploded.
W20 does that. That's right.
Yeah.
It says it subtracts a success, not the highest success.
Yeah.
So 10s explode, so
that's still
2, 3, 4. That's 4 successes. Well, how much do you know about the shifters?
Not much, except for what I've seen in movies, and I do not want to test the theories I've got from those.
She chuckles and she's like, honey, the movie is no. just forget what you know with the movies. This symbol here, she points at the Black Spiral Dancer glyph. This is one of their tribe glyphs. They're the nasty fucker. They're the nasty fuckers.
Those are like how we are with clans. That's like one of their clan symbols.
Let me try to put this in terms that are pretty basic for any kindred to grasp. The Black Spiral Dancers are the Camarilla Sabat.
Oh, yeah, that I've gotten so far. I just don't know in detail what the hell, because they're probably details are completely different and distinct.
Black Spiral Dancers are of the wolf variety of shifters.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to tangle with them. They're nasty as fuck. Pardon my French. They're nasty.
Go ahead. I fucking cuss all the time when I'm not around or some stick up their ass mainline. And perception empathy from Giovanna on Blake, because he just he trailed off from after he said mainline.
You do.
Guess what? He just hinted that he is not one of the Tremere mainline Tremere.
She kind of smiles faintly, and she points at the other symbol, and she says, "That one's an interesting one." Now, that stands for Fomori.
Yeah, but I just don't know what they are.
Fomori, they are monsters. For lack of better wording, they're straight out monsters. Some of them have tentacles. Some of them have tails, etc., etc. They could have any number of things. However,
that sounds like the thing we
yes,
met up with at the toy company.
yes, that's exact. No,
yeah.
that thing at the toy company was a femorai. If anyone had bothered to ask me while we were there, I would have told you.
Oh shit. Do you want to know the bad news? What I have a suspicion about Jade. They were feeding that thing's blood to her.
Why do you say that?
After after we left, we went to one of the now current deputies of the sheriff domain.
Mr. Blake. She chuckles at saying Mr. Blake.
Yeah. Cash actually tested Jade's blood to ID her as Jade. He basically said, "What were they feeding her? Her blood tastes awful."
Well.
And when I latched on to the thing, I to diminish the kiss because I thought it was a normal human. My my inner self just my inner self.
Your mouth tasted like shit.
Yeah, my inner self made me latch, and I threw up.
All right. Well, I don't know Jade, but I do know Cash.
Yeah.
If Cash said her blood tasted like shit, he wasn't fucking around. Cash is someone that I have actually personally come to rely on. He's a valuable ally and a valuable friend. His clan has been good to me. And
as with me as well. Actually,
if Cash says her blood tastes like shit, he's not fucking around.
Yeah.
So chances are, yeah, I could see that she had been feeding upon this femorai unintentionally or against her will.
Yeah. You may actually know who I truly am. You may have heard rumors of a Christopher Teller.
I guess
and intelligence.
Kindred lore.
Yeah, intelligence, kindred lore.
Okay, we'll roll 9 dice. And 10s explode either way because her specialty in kindred lore is ancient, so even if it's not ancient, it can still fall back.
Alright.
So.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
She definitely knows who this is. He is a known Sons of Anarchy member out of charming California. Before he was even embraced, it was rumored that he was a acolyte of the Verbena, but never really had a chance to awaken because he as an intervening act, he almost came to death by the hands of a Sabbat, and his father, Jax Teller, brought him across.
All right. So to throw him off a little, should be like, which Sabbat member is your buddy? And she'll just kind of slightly smile.
Oh, you mean this? And he lifts up his shirt. You see the rake mark that you know that if it wasn't the embrace, his intestines would be on the outside.
You could have been something else.
I know. Now I'm playing the hand that I've been dealt.
We
All
all
because
are, sweetie. We all are.
all because of dear daddy did what a dad would do. Uh, but I,
Oh,
other than that, whatever like lore knowledge you were willing to impart or transcribe to me, other than this, would you mind imparting it? I've actually got a place where I can,
well,
keep it safe, other than in my head.
well.
And the Tremere Chantry.
Oh, the Tremere. I know a little bit of thaumaturgy.
Oh, well then you can probably help me out, because here in this city, learning certain disciplines that would be useful. Auspex has been brought up for me. Obfuscate.
Those are both very handy.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, well, certain things have been glitched due to the Ville workers' fallout
Oh no,
from the power plant.
I've definitely felt it very, very heavily.
He actually will point to a mirror on the wall, and you'll see him pointing right back back at from the mirror.
Yeah. Are you saying he has a reflection or doesn't have a reflection?
He has a reflection now when he didn't.
All right, so you're not a Lysandra. She
Actually,
chuckles.
I had their weakness for some reason as a quirk of the embrace, and now it's gone. Not to mention, I also had my fangs wouldn't retract for love or money. Now they do. And you notice he lets them drop and has them go back. Don't know when this is going to. I don't know if these little differences will be permanent or come back or be altered due to their magic, because their magic in this large of quantity, I was told, makes the impossible possible.
Are you dealing with mages, sweetie?
Now I may have said that, but do we really want to go in that much detail?
I know quite a bit. I've been around for quite a while.
Like I said, I do have a place where I can keep any knowledge you pass to me safe. And
with knowledge, you see, knowledge is power. And if I tell you anything I know, well, I don't know you all that well. Though you haven't proved to be untrustworthy as of yet. I can't. I would rather not have any of this spread unless the knowledge is absolutely necessary. I don't keep my ties close to the Camarilla or the Sabat, but there are things that neither probably want spread.
Right. Well, like I said, if the stuff that you feel comfortable imparting that to me, that it might prove beneficial in the long run, other than the disciplines I've said. Oh, don't get let this go back where you said you were heading to DC.
Yes.
Do you have any? Do you have any blades?
Well, she looks down at her purse and reaches into it, and she pulls out a very old ritualistic dagger.
He just looks at it
Just
and goes and just says,
it's
"If
an
I
ancient Roman period.
yeah." If he looks at it for 2 seconds and looks back up at her, I now do the magic. I It would be difficult, but if I actually sat there and took time to commune with that blade, I would know what blood magic you had imbued into it.
Well, this particular blade, I personally have done no blood magic to it.
Well,
This was something given to me by my sire.
Whatever, or whatever blood magic.
You can roll your perception empathy, actually, when she says
Okay.
that she got it from her sire.
Can you roll those for me? Like I said, my dice drinking little bitch.
No, yeah, that's legit. How many do you need?
5.
5? No. You don't catch it.
But yeah, whatever they magics they put on it, I would know what they were. But it would mean that it would be like an extension of my arm. And intelligence roll her intelligence Assamite lore, because this is.
Oh my god, you're asking the wrong person about Assamite lore. Good god. That is also 9 dice, sweetie.
Yeah. Go ahead. Do it.
Let's see.
With her.
Her intelligence dice explode, for starters.
2, 4.
What's if
5?
it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Assamite Sorcery 101. Awaken the Steel.
You don't
like
want people to know that you have that.
Like I said, if whatever secrets you'd be willing to impart to me, I will keep my mouth shut.
I know.
Because I have my own.
Okay. I know what that is that you're talking about. That you possess. You don't want to tell anyone about that.
Yeah, I understand.
She actually, you actually notice her like in her chair, like she turns and she actively scans the room, physically turns her body to investigate everything, scanning the entire room.
Like I said, the bugs were. I made sure the bugs got turned off.
Doesn't hurt to double check.
Right. Like I said, if whatever you're comfortable imparting, I will keep my mouth shut.
No, I don't think you understand. The Assamites knew that you had this. And she's even whispering, despite the fact that there are bugs in the room. Or not, the bugs are turned off.
Yeah.
You may not live to see tomorrow.
Why do you think I'm saying I keep my mouth shut? Because
it's a very wise idea. because I will tell you this much. I obviously cannot give my source's name away. You know as well as I do. You saw what you saw at the factory.
Yes. That's why I'm asking for your tutelage.
He's older than I am.
Yeah. Needless to say, there was an S mine here in the city before everything happened, and well, the reaction from the mainline premier was not.
She's actually going to roll on intelligence kindred war. Just to see if she knows who you're talking about. Oh my god.
You've heard of a
yeah, she has 6 successes, she knows.
You heard of Quinn? Quinn, this dude is hated by the Tremere even more so than normal, and he hates them equally. And he's like one very low, but he's a low rank assassin with quite a few kills under his belt.
Quite a few, but not
as prominent as your her mentor, but
as my mentor, yes.
Yeah, but there's quite a few. He's getting up there, so to speak. If he's not met final death yet.
I'm nearly as good as my mentor is. I, however, prefer not to go those methods if I don't need to. Oh, she just she leans back in her chair a little and smiles slightly. She's like, I prefer other methods. She's got an appearance of 7. So she's just like, yeah.
I'm so glad that Kindred really don't. Well, they don't really use sex.
Actually, in the book, it says contrary.
Oh, okay. But, could you roll me 7 dice?
7. Oh, god damn it! That random 20-sider just appeared again. But whatever, it doesn't count.
That's fine. Okay. You. Why don't you roll her perception empathy again?
2, 3, 4.
You caught he's noticed that you're attractive, but he's not acting on
it. Funny enough. She's actually used to this typical reaction, but she is actually used to this reaction, so she isn't at all phased by any stretch of the means. And considering you're a lot younger of a vampire than she is used to actually conversing with, she's even less concerned about it. But she does smile.
Yeah. He goes, well, considering most of the stuff that I'm asking about and whatever you extra you deem comfortable to teach, most of it's not within my plan to know. I'm assuming you probably have to impart your blood so I can get started with it if you were willing to teach it.
That all depends. See, I don't mind. I really don't mind helping people out. I just have to be able to ensure that I said, anything I say stays between us.
It will. Considering, well, let me take that back. The one place I was going to use probably will be used by the other magic persuasion, but I have taken per the prince. I am now in control of the one known as Finn's old domain as well. So whatever if you write it down, it will
Sven,
go over there, not over there.
I know he was a gay girl.
He was one of the old princes before.
Yes, yes. I myself am on rather friendly terms with Clan Gangrel, as I've mentioned my affiliations with Cash, who was apparently recently here and didn't even have the common courtesy to say hello to me. Bastard. They're clearly quite close.
You didn't hear this from me, but he said something that he was going to DC with his sister after he got her. And he's basically doing the whole innocent, I'm innocent, I'm not saying this type thing. Because he's catching the closeness.
Feel free to be open. I promise I won't eat you. She smiles.
Yes. I'm also a clan friend of Clan Gangrel.
They are quite delightful.
Not to mention, two of my coteries are of Clan Gangrel. Well, the only ones still left active.
The only gangrel in the city that actually is from this city I've encountered is the sheriff. Pleasant man. He's a pleasant man.
Yes. You picked up on that on one already.
Well, he was one of the first people I met here.
Yeah. The other one is one of his closest friends, and now deputy, known as David, who's is now oddly enough a walking lie detector.
Oh boy.
Yeah. When I tried to tell a lie after certain things happened within the clan, he started crying blood.
Crying blood.
Intelligence is a bot war.
Oh my god. Why are you asking me this? 9 dice. Yes, 10s explode.
It doesn't matter, but you get it anyway. Midasaria 101. Kiosid clan.
Yes. Oh, I've met one of them. I've only ever met one once, though. They're creepy. They are creepy.
I'm missing that. Well, now one of you didn't hear this from me, but one of Clan Gangrel has one of their powers. Is the will workers fallout.
Goddamn Merlin sorcerer motherfuckers. No, I personally have nothing against them. I've actually personally never, in all my years, oddly enough, have met one. I don't really count the no offense, the Tremere. as them?
Technically, they're kindred, but they now
They're of the
more than
kindred persuasion of the same thing, but they are not mortal.
they're not mortal. I was not, from what I've gathered from them, I do not have in-depth knowledge of. Of I have I have a somewhat knowledge of Tremere lore, but nothing past the fact that they became that they're kindred. But what the will workers have told me, they were a fallen house of their tradition known as the Hermetics, or
See,
the
this is
order.
where Marcello would be better.
Yeah, but that piecing together a little bit basic knowledge of them from my
Clan Tremere
interactions.
is the one I'm not all that familiar with. They tend to be secretive, generally. I've never encountered one that's been willing to share much.
Well,
She kind of rolls her eyes slightly.
well, if you're willing to teach me, I will be willing to teach you what I know a little bit.
What is it that you know, sweetie?
Oh, well, he goes on. Other than what I've told you, I can conjure weapons. And uh, but since you're also, I can conjure weapons. It says I can conjure weapons, but I've been told by the will workers it's not the and Clan Tremere, it's not the best idea to be employing any mystical-based disciplines right now, because well,
Yeah, my necromancy
uh,
and my thaumaturgy is all out of whack, and it's pissing me off.
yeah, I actually caught that the hard way because one time I walked in after the fallout. There were some scorch marks on the walls of the chantry from where from where a spell was trying to be cast and it backfired.
Oh no.
Nobody got ashed, thankfully, but or
Oh.
unthankfully, but yeah.
She is writing down on the paper, by the way, as you guys are conversing.
Yeah.
Uh,
My interactions with Clan Gangrel have brought into granted me much, and you would notice due to you're also she's also probably a practitioner of animalism. All of a sudden, like if you weren't concentrating on what he was saying, you you wouldn't have caught the slip, but you caught it and would catch that he slipped into their whispers for a second and switched back to
she
English.
does have animalism, so
Yeah, basically, you noticed he's switched from feral whispers to back to English.
okay. And she repeats back to him in English quietly what he said to her, just so he is well aware that she understood him perfectly.
Yeah, he would have was whispering in feral whispers just to make that noted. And he will nod that he caught that you understood him. And I have their claws.
That's why.
Oh,
She smiles and she chuckles and she says, "I've been around for a very long time, sweetie, and well, I have enough friends and allies. They're not necessarily. They're kind of all over the board."
ah, gotcha. Well,
Let me put it this way: I try not to use one more than the other, and I always pay my debts.
right,
Um,
understandable. Um, uh,
in turn, my name doesn't get mentioned.
after tonight, well, I'll other than the people you introduced yourself to, I'm gonna go Giovanna who?
Don't get me wrong. If you happen to come in contact with Cash, usually well, Cash, I don't mind. People of the Gangrel persuasion, I really don't mind knowing my name. Funny enough, as it were, I spent a lot of time in Torpor. My mentor is a Gangrel.
Cool.
I've just taken a liking to multitasking. I get bored easily.
At this point, I'm getting the distinction and appreciating the multitasking.
It's easy to multitask, but sometimes one can overstep their bounds.
Right.
Taking on too much is never wise.
Right.
Unless unless you're really willing to kiss somebody's ass.
And right now, the only ass kissing that I'm willing to do, only because I'm playing by the rules, quote unquote, is
Oh, the rules.
the prince and to a certain extent, Kevin.
Oh, the
Then again,
sheriff, yes.
yeah. Then again, that's more uh, out of friendship with him, and not kissing ass. Considering he probably will probably beat my ass 24/7 if I started doing that
I've met him
overtly.
once. He seems like he doesn't seem like he's a bad guy.
No, but there,
I enjoyed the encounter I had with him.
yeah,
Was it?
but if I started like being too much of a kiss ass out of bounds of coterie mate and friendship and his title, he'd probably give slap me if often than not. Uh,
Oh, well, it's expected.
but I'll be but as
Just
far
don't
as
have your nose up somebody's ass and you're fine.
yeah, but as far as the disciplines are concerned, I
Oh,
will if you be willing to teach, I'll be willing to. I will do what I have to prove that to you that I will be quiet about them. My sincerity about that.
I
Because after
There,
you leave, so after you leave,
well, there are some that I possess.
that would probably get
I
you.
know many things. I'm willing to teach some of them. However, there are some that I'm not willing to teach.
Understandable.
Even I, as old as I am, know my boundaries, and I know whose buttons not to push.
Understandable. Especially
My grandsire would have me would slaughter me. He would do it himself.
understandable. Considering that that nifty deviation you creative obfuscate you used that night was rather useful. And you could, he is not hiding this, this. You
Are
can
you talking about
tell.
the garage door bit,
Yeah,
sweetie?
you could.
That's one that if I showed you, it would probably get me killed.
I, you actually notice he gathered that was one of the ones you could get you that could get you killed if you taught.
I did it to save your asses.
I understand.
While it didn't stop the cameras, it was still quiet.
Right.
The cameras themselves, not so much. I think most of you avoided them now.
That Roland freaking clumsy ass Roland.
You know, I think it was actually her that failed. She didn't botch, but she failed.
Right, he did too.
Yeah.
I think he did it worse than you did.
Yeah, I think he botched.
And not to mention, I've got to figure out something to silence that gun of his.
Mm-hmm. You guys got a lot of weird things going on here.
Are you sure you don't want to go on that vacation to DC? There's a
DC
lot
is
more
home,
fun
sweetie.
here.
DC is home, sweetie. DC is home.
But there's a lot more fun here, though. And I'm not even going to have you roll the perception empathy. The sarcasm is just ripping in his voice.
Politics suck, don't they?
Yeah. Well, there is one of the disciplines is more of a precaution, considering that is more from the main line, and that's not one of mine. And as intelligent kid, your intelligence general lore, I'm just gonna give you this much.
Yeah, considering she's 9.
Yeah, she would gather. She would know Jack's color is very much diabolic, but he only in mixed company he will only claim Tremere.
She is not going to let on to him that she actually has figured that out. It's not to be secretive. It's more of she's actually got a decent etiquette when she wants to use it.
Yeah. But
she's got an etiquette of 3 when she wants to use it.
They dominate discipline. Presence.
Dominate is very handy.
Yes, aspects, obfuscate.
have them.
Celerity, fortitude, and potence are all would be useful. But
She just kind of chuckles and she's like, "You're talking to Jack of all trades, sweetheart."
I gathered that. Why do you think I'm asking for this? And just so I don't get caught, because I don't believe the main lines have actually renewed their shticks, as it were, quote unquote.
"Quote unquote." All
Uh,
right.
uh, the Path of Blood would be useful, so I don't get
Well,
noticed.
I happen to have that. One path I happen to have in thaumaturgy.
Uh, but yeah, I picked up a new dog recently.
Oh,
Unfortunately, he was a ghoul of Clan Nosferatu.
unfortunately. What do you mean, unfortunately? The Nosferatu are quite knowledgeable.
Needless to say the dog was exhibiting his master's clan weakness.
So he's an ugly fucker. Who cares?
Yeah. uh, he's kind of so ugly. He's cute, but then again, he's so ugly. He's very noticeable.
It's a dog.
Right. Uh, but he's also uh
You need to hide him somehow.
yeah. Considering he was already a tall breed, and the ghouling make him taller as he raises his hand from the normal height of the dog breed to where it is now.
Which is in relation to him, like if he were standing up.
Yeah,
Like
pretty
what?
much. Uh, this uh, he stands up and it's coming to his ear, and his hand's coming to his ear, and you could imagine that was the dog at the shoulder.
Are you talking about a dog or a freaking wolf?
Uh, it was already a tall breed of dog. What I get from what I gathered, the blood just made it oof, Hulk out.
You know, I had a friend who had a pet alligator. He was an us.
Yeah,
They tend to keep some interesting pets, but I'll tell you what,
yeah,
the alligator is really friendly. If you like to.
yeah. Oh, I'm planning to it obfuscate this one's not just for me; it's for him, for the dog. Because when
You need
I
to be
asked,
able to hide it.
yeah, because when I asked it if its previous master taught it how to cloak itself, it freaking looked at me like I was stupid or confused. Like basically, it looked at me like, huh? And I was using Feral Whisper, so I knew it understood me.
She's rolling a perception, empathy, and using aspects, so it's at a diff 8, and she's got technically one success.
Okay.
So it's the aura reading. So I don't expect you to know the colors, but it pretty much is gonna tell her a brief bit of a little bit about what color your aura is currently. Like how you're feeling, like slight, just a slight, like.
Oh, if I'm just going to tell this now, I don't know if it would actually show up in his aura, but this is not a stereotypical Tremere. He is on a path, and he's very obviously feral. The vampiric color and it would show the use of the blood sorcery of thaumaturgy and the recent use and acquiring of the Assamite sorcery is in the aura.
Right.
No diablerie.
Okay, no black veins.
Yeah, he hasn't had that luxury yet. Two people around, you notice, one of it's ba basically the aura is all over the place
Hmm.
because his motions are he's basically he's keeping
He's
it
all
together.
over the place. He's like,
Yeah,
he's
he's
like
all. Given what you've heard of the city, that's understandable, and
this.
what he's telling you is it's understandable.
Yep. No, this place is a little bit ridiculous. You got way too much shit going on here. I
Yeah,
thought DC had it bad, but no, Minneapolis is worse.
yeah. Speaking of DC, if you can get with cash and since you said you have uh, you don't have the thing you said, could you get in touch with somebody that could test Jade's blood to see what the heck that entity did? Blood would have effect on her. And you notice
Um,
he just basically tried to very feebly
yep.
have a misdirection, say something with misdirection, since you have
At least
the
asking
aura
her to
potential
look
on.
into it,
Yeah.
and she says, "I know somebody who can look into it."
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Um, nah, give me just a second. I'll be right back.
alrighty. Uh, so yeah, basically, when you look up the colors, it's exhibiting. Basically, he's a kaleidoscope when you're looking at him. Well, are you there?
Alrighty.
Okay. Yeah. I got the aura colors up. Yeah. She sees silver, rose, no black veins. It's static, like white noise. But you also see light blue.
So he's pretty chill, if I recall.
It,
Light blue is like calm.
yeah. But it still has that static color going on with it.
Okay.
Uh, to the like it, he's calm but anxious. But given the city and what he's talking about, you kind of understand. And he's obviously the aura is very pale, and
Yep.
I don't know if this works for the thaumaturgy or the blood sorceries, but there's uh, a myriad of sparkles because that's it says on subnet that goes with magic use.
Yep. Sparkles goes with magic use, and thaumaturgy or blood magic of any sort. Even necromancy is a type of blood magic, technically.
Yep, and
So they fall under the sparkles category.
Yep, and silver is in this case is spiritual, not sad.
Right. And he says, so you have a pet dog that belonged to a Nosferatu.
Yep. And I took over. Oh, go ahead.
And I'm guessing you need to be able to hide it because it was from a Nosferatu.
Yep.
Okay.
And I don't know, but I don't know if the obvious stuff that could that I had could come back or not. That would make me look very obvious as a vampire.
The pale aura is enough, actually. She knows what that means. She's
Yeah, it means vampire.
Yep.
The or colors are pale as vampire.
Yep, exactly. So you need to hide your dog.
Yep.
Uh,
and I don't know if
how much of the particular discipline in question do you know?
With the thumbs down.
A thumbs down? All right.
Yeah.
Well,
like I said, that wasn't
the first
thing.
level.
That's not a thing. Go ahead, sorry.
I can help at least assist you in starting to learn the first level. First, yes, ability in it. And actually, it should be enough. There's enough sources for shadows around.
Yep.
And let's see. Let's see if she can get explaining it down to you. So that which I'm guessing is intelligence
intelligence and your dog's in opposite state?
Yep.
Is the only thing
Okay.
I think would be appropriate.
Yep. That would be appropriate.
And my dice scream still wants to be a little bitch. And that her 10
That actually
exploded,
is that 10 exploded. Yep.
so that's 4.
Well, that's 2, 3.
Oh, okay. So she's very good at explaining. I don't know what would be the role to try and pick it up at assuming at a lowered by 3 difficulty because of how she explained it.
Right.
And probably
She,
great wits.
She basically tries to explain that you have to rely on the shadows near you, and use them to help hide your presence. You can go into like an out of the way place, like it's not necessarily out of sight, out of mind, but if it's a place that's kind of hidden, you can ease yourself into it from normal point of view, and you can go unnoticed as long as you're quiet and still under the cover you're in.
Nice.
And as long as you stay out of direct lighting, that's key.
Right.
Now, if you move, now see here in which lies the problem. This is the problem. If you move or attack or fall under direct light, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to move your dog from the vehicle.
Right.
Which means you're going to need to learn level 1 and then level 2. Level 2 will the next ability up will help you.
What would?
Unseen presence is level 2.
Yeah. Would intelligence would intelligence and wits be applicable in this situation as a dice pool?
Oh, definitely intelligence or wits.
I was meaning both.
Oh,
like
both?
as a dice pool.
Bob.
Because he doesn't have the discipline yet.
That's true.
Uh,
Okay, I think. Okay. I'm doing some reading. That is more than likely appropriate. Because it's not giving a level of it actually isn't. There's nothing telling you a role to teach something. So
yeah. That would be 5 dice for me. And
all right.
say probably diff 5 way she explained it because I'm just going with it being was diff 8 before.
Yeah, and it was a diff. You got 3, so you both had an equal amount of talking and learning.
Okay.
So you're on the same page at least.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, it's handy. Just, I mean, once you move up to the next level, it's shoots and ladders, my boy, shoots and ladders. let's see if she can get into a little more detail in trying to teach you something here. God, that random D20 that always appears.
That is 3 successes, it looks like.
Yep.
Or 4?
4.
4?
4, that's
She
6.
was rather good at teaching.
Yeah, on the second time around. So, you should be able to pick it up with XP drop as far as Bill goes. I'm not sure how he'll want to handle it, but you have had someone teach it to you, so and explain it to you twice.
Yeah, basically,
So,
all he said was, I just need an explanation on how I got it.
right.
Uh,
So she explained it to you twice and tried to teach you, so you'll just have to work on trying to use it in the blue book.
yeah. What the heck? Aspects looks like it's Aspect 1 looks like it's basically the vampire tries to use perception probably Aspects 1 is heightened senses, so it's probably perception awareness or perception alertness roll.
Awareness.
Awareness. Which, yay, I now have justification to get I have to do a lot of dumping into awareness.
A lot.
Yeah,
Awareness is handy.
yeah, if she tries to teach him Aspects 1, it'd probably be 3 dice for him to pick because
you need 3 dice. 3?
Yeah, if she tried to teach him Aspects 1.
Well, there's your 3 dice. You got a 9 and a 7.
Because that's that's just a straight perception check for him. Just a straight black perception.
Yeah. She would I mean, she can show you Aspects 1 and Obfuscate 1. And from there you should be able to work your figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
I think she does a decent job of teaching you this time.
Right.
4 successes. Or sorry, 5.
Yeah.
5. That 10 explodes.
Let's see. Oh, goody. One of the disciplines I said I needed would like to learn. It requires an intimidation plus manipulation roll, and he's probably going to be rather awkward at it because that's just straight manipulation for him, which is
Manipulation intimidation roll?
Yeah, that's a dominate 1.
Yep. Hey.
And he got
8,
it.
10. Yep. Dominate. Oh, dominate is a glorious discipline. So now you actually have an ability when you actually have the XP to buy these disciplines one by one.
Well, she can at least she can show him presence because that's in clan. And
Presence. Oh yes.
yeah, but he can
Presence 1. She can show you awe. She can show you awe.
Yeah. He can try and do it on his own power. Hold on. I need to see something. Oh, joy. It's another straight charisma roll at 2 dice.
All right. You got a 6.
That works. Okay. She says she has it.
It works.
Yeah. Well, she could probably show him the path of blood, but the first dot is in it is a taste for blood.
She has a path of blood up to 3.
Ah, that one's actually pretty decent. That's I believe that's a willpower roll. Thinking.
For willpower? Okay.
Yeah, unless it's something with a cult, but I think it's willpower. Yeah. I spend a blood point and make a willpower roll equal to the difficulty to power level +3.
So you're using level 1?
Yeah.
Power level +3, level 1, so diff 4?
Yep.
Good God. Okay. Yeah, that would be 8 successes.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, he has Path of Blood, Dominate, Presence, Aspects. Okay, so actually, what rituals does she have?
Oh God.
And with the thaumaturgy.
On here. I don't actually. I always space the rituals.
You always forget the rituals?
Yep.
Aw.
I did that during initially when I was doing the necromancy stuff, and I was like, oh crap, but no.
You want to say she had let me see. Engaging the vessel of transference, blood mastery, and blood rush.
Well, blood rush is there.
Okay. If she has blood mastery, that'd be awesome.
Blood mastery. I don't even know what level that one is.
Level 1. Kindred scholars urgently warn against allowing any blood magician to have access to your blood unless you have complete trust in her. A thaumaturge will, with a small quantity of Vete, can focus its power into a sympathetic form. By destroying a point of blood from an enemy, the thaumaturge gains symbolic power over the target, which in turn allows her to manifest her supremacy over the victim in the next challenge. And
that one isn't popping up under level 1.
Well, that's what subnet says where it's at.
I'm on subnet with F.
Who
knows?
If she has engaging the vessel transference, I'm going to say when she goes to try and show it to him, you notice that he already knew it. If she out of character, if she had it. if she knows it and hasn't teach.
That's the level one.
Yeah. Like if she just shows them like a quick overview and basically he'll
Yeah.
he kind of got that out of character with the Estimate sorcerer.
Mm.
But yeah, when she tries to teach him that one, he will basically go and try to go
Already
with it.
known.
Yeah, it goes already known.
Basically.
Yeah.
You already know that little bit.
Yeah, that's weird. I didn't even know that I had it until now. Until you started explaining it.
Interesting. She smiles faintly and you've picked up quite a bit of information this evening.
That I have. Well, turnabout is fair play, so he basically jots down the basically the 101 version of Path of Conjuring to her.
Okay.
Just because he's a nice guy and she taught him a lot of stuff.
She'll carefully fold it up and stick it down her bra for safekeeping.
Yeah.
And well, you've learned a little bit here and there as far as certain things go. Is there anything else that I can do for you?
What do you know about the law firm Wolf Ram and Hart?
Ram Wolfenhart?
Yeah.
Um,
Out of character, every time Bill tells me that I get it switched in my head and with the how they had it for Buffy the Vampire Slayer because that was actually no, it was Angel because that was in there.
um, I honestly don't know anything about Ram Wolfenhart besides that they're a big law firm. Um, they've never lost a case.
Yeah, even
They're all over the country.
yeah if you can look into it on the down low and get whatever you find to me, that'd be helpful. Um, Officially, the Camarilla is halted any investigation of the law firm.
They've
And
never lost a case. I'm pretty sure they're on top of their shit.
yeah, apparently they're into some wiki shit in the local law firm because the mages took notice of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
what did they notice in there?
there's the place is warded, in their words.
Protected.
Yep. are kind of night folk kind of protected.
Well, yeah. It's protected in some way, shape, or form beyond someone who's mortal. So, as
And
long as they're worthy of the task.
well, considering for a mortal law firm having protections against us, or in general the nighttime people,
They have a reason to fear us.
they have a reason to fear us, and they know us, what's that we're out here.
Yes, 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 they do.
And for a mortal law firm, that knowledge should not be out known, and to the point where they're trying to protect against us.
So they're not fully mortal. That's painfully obvious.
Yep, and one of their lawyers actually has come up in connection to a mortal Giovanni's disappearance.
My. Which Giovanna?
A local girl, Marcella.
Marcella. That name sort of rings a bell, but I'm not certain.
She goes by
I know
Marcella.
the family in DC.
Yeah,
We're quite close.
yeah. Apparently, one of her cousins. It was one of her cousins that this one of Thomas Roderick's name came up on his office paperwork in their investigation of his disappearance. When she tried to look into him, this dude has way too much security clearance and backstops to not be one of our kind.
Well, there are many of our kind that would prefer to have a backstop on clearance.
I mean, her investigation of the dude, he didn't look like he existed, except for there. There wasn't a paper trail except for
Well,
in that
sometimes it's a
office.
Giovanni trait. In my experience, the Ventru can sometimes act in a similar fashion. She rolls her eyes. Um,
She would notice he reciprocated the role. Apparently, oh yeah, be careful. There's apparently there is a venture power hitter here in the city.
oh, goody. Goody.
One of Kevin's deputies, in fact.
Repeat that?
One of Kevin Blake's deputies, in fact.
Oh, good for them.
Uh,
No, I tried to be polite with them, but you know,
yeah,
you win some, you lose some.
right.
Um,
Spin is
she's writing down information, like just miscellaneous information.
yeah.
which I will send you off to the side.
Alright. Spin actually, she's also found Spin had contact with a possible rogue shifter that's hunting mankind.
Shifter.
Yeah, apparently a cat shifter has got a huge hunter boner for us.
I've heard rumors of hunters, but well, obviously I'm still alive. She chuckles.
And we have suspicion that Spin is not dead.
What? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. In our investigation at his house, we found out he may have been nabbed by a practitioner of this. May have been in La Sombra, may have been a practitioner, a forbidden practitioner of one of their disciplines.
Well,
Because what I got from the prince and what I got from Kevin Blake was he got nabbed by shadows in his own house.
what the fuck? You don't go after somebody in their house unless it's dire.
Yep, or it's straight
That
out.
wasn't dire.
So far, we still don't have a body or ashes. I mean,
No, we don't. We have nothing. Nothing to go off of besides a pile of ash.
nope, and we don't even have that.
Bad eyes. Bad eyes.
Oh,
Oh boy.
yeah.
Is there anything else I can explain to you? She'll ramble off some miscellaneous Sabat lore because it's handy being the city you're in if
Yeah.
you believe there's Sabat. And I
Yeah.
will again attach that to the same blue book as the prior.
Alright. Probably like Sabat Lore 1.
Sabat lore 1 for sure.
Basically, all the lore she's been giving him are at least at 1.
Yep.
Don't want to give away her trade secrets, not to mention, don't want to give away too much where it could kill him.
Right. She doesn't want to give up too much that could get him or her killed.
Yeah.
She wants to share knowledge with him.
There was an infernalist presence here in the city once upon a time.
I've dealt with an infernalist once or twice before, but not anything too extensive. I try to avoid that if I can.
Right. There was one, there's probably more, considering the presence that was here. He got diablerized by one of a Ravnos spy that was in my coterie at the time.
Oh? You had a...
Yeah. We got near the altar, his altar room, and the altar room was in a house basement right next to the chantry here.
Damn. Damn. I'm sorry that happened.
It's okay. When and after that, things kind of went weird. It's been getting sideways after he got put in quarantine. A few days to a week later, another one of my coterie got into a gunfight and met his final death.
Oh,
So literally,
yes.
yeah. So right now it's just me, uh, Kevin, and David.
True.
Oh.
I don't know. OC note. I'm like zonking out hard.
You want to just jot down in the blue book that if she had Worm Lord, he's got one, Sabat Lord at one, Shifter at one.
Yep. Yep. Those are the three she would have explained, and then she would have explained the basics of the disciplines so he could at least try to teach himself
Yeah.
at this point. I know Bill's didn't want you to blue book that, and I don't want to step on his toes. That's what I'm saying. She explained it to you to get you started, but I'm sure he'll want to have if that's done, he'll say so one way or another.
All right.
Um, the lore is for certain, though.
Yeah.
I will give you that on the overall.
Pretty much considering he's there's black spiral dancers involved and other word entities involved.
Yes. Nasty, nasty worm entities.
Yeah.
Alright. Um,
If you get anything from the test results on Jade, could you let me know?
oh, absolutely. Um, I may not even have to actually do tests on her. If Cash knows it's gross, it's gross. It's just a matter of figuring out what.
Yeah. Um.
I
I
might
can
have to
check.
take a single blood sample.
Yeah. That's fine. Needless to say, the only thing that could come close to what to nasty that was in that room was the femori we were fighting.
So wait, everything else is fine except for the femori?
Yeah, Kevin tried. Kevin successfully put the kiss on the other guy that was in the room, and the dude that I tried to, and come to find out it was femori,
Oh,
and he grimaces like
oh.
he could like he's remembering the disgusting taste in his mouth. Yeah, yeah, that was the only thing that could come close to what to disgusting blood that was in the room. But if it was Amore, I yeah get whatever you find from your tests. Uh, Let me know the results because she had influence everywhere from what I could tell.
Um, if I recall correctly, yes. Yes, she does. um,
But
Giovanna actually is going to say that she actually wants to look further into the uh more particularly the ritual within the sacrifice, that she's curious about that.
oh
Not
yeah, that
necessarily the actions to get there, but the rituals itself.
Oh yeah, I'll be definitely corresponding with you on that one if you're talking about the sculpture gardens,
All right. Yep.
because those described, well, yeah, it may have gotten come close to home.
Way close, way close.
Yeah,
But Giovanna is going to look at Blake, and I need to do a few things this evening still before I get my trip back to Washington D.C.
understandable. I'm sorry I took up your
Oh,
time.
oh no! Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Don't. Not at all. Don't be sorry. um, you have my contact information. However, feel free to use it.
Will do.
I can't promise you that I'll contact you back immediately, but I will do so eventually.
That's fine. I'd probably be busy myself most of the time.
Good, good. Keeping busy is keeps you feeling young.
That it does.
All right.
Good night, Miss Giovanna.
Uh, good night, Blake. Good night. Like I said, feel free to contact me at any time. You have my information.
Will do.
All right. At that, I guess we can call it scene because I'm about to fall asleep.
Yeah, and you probably need to because it's probably like 2 o'clock your time, or
Almost three. Almost three.
almost 3. Oh
All
God.
right. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching.